Achieving gender equality and women's well-being in all aspects of life is more crucial than ever if we want to create a prosperous economies and a healthy planet. However, we are facing a key challenge: the alarming $360 billion annual deficit in gender equality measures by 2030. This International Women's Day, let's unite to transform challenges into opportunities and to share a better future for all.
Hello, we're so glad to be with you. I'm Sandy O from Emma's Revolution.
And I'm Pat Humphreys.
And we want to thank both the UU Women's Federation and the International Convocation of Unitarian Universalist Women for convening this celebration of International Women's Day. We believe that International Women's Day is every day. Every day, women's lives and bodily autonomy need to be respected. Every day, women's leadership needs to be heeded. Every day, women's contribution to life on our planet needs to be valued, and every day, women's voices need to be heard. Here's a song you can sing with us to lift up the voices of those most needing to be heard, and you can sing, "Hear my voice."
Is it too low? Should it go higher?
It's a little low. That's the same. Hear my voice, hear my voice. That's the same pitch. Hear my voice.
There we go.
There we go. And feel free to sing any harmony you like, high and low.
Women in search of safety, children in need of food, struggling for our freedom, so I am a refugee. Women of hope and courage, living through poverty, fleeing from war and terror, so I am a refugee. I am a teacher, I am a worker, I am a woman, and I am a refugee. I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, and I am a refugee. Fighting for education, speaking my native tongue, practicing my religion, so I am a refugee. Powerful and resilient, seeing my people through, sharing my truth and wisdom, so I am a refugee. I am a speaker, I am a dancer, I am a singer, and I am a refugee. I am a writer, I am a lawyer, I am the fighter, and I am a refugee. Women will come together, linking our destinies, guided by intuition, no longer a refugee. Women of strength and beauty, driven by faith and heart, moving our people forward, no longer a refugee. I am a builder, I am a seeker, I am a dreamer, and I am a refugee. I am a leader, I am a healer, I am the future, and I am a refugee. I am a leader, I am a healer, I am the future, and I am a refugee. Hear my voice.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm Ann Wiesner. I'm the director at Unitarian Universalist Women's Federation. I'm so happy that you were able to join us tonight. We are here with the International Convocation of UU Women to celebrate International Women's Day, and we made it a week. We had an event on Tuesday, we're having an event today, and the actual recognized day is tomorrow. And we did that because this is an opportunity for us to come together and bring our communities together We at the Women's Fed focus on domestic issues, and the International Convocation of Women has been focusing on international issues, and we've always wanted to find a way to come together, and this seemed like a perfect opportunity, because all over the world we need to be investing in women. So thank you for joining us today, and we hope you enjoy.
Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. For me, it's the evening. I'm on the eastern part of Turtle Island. My name's Joanne Elder Gomez, and I am a member of the Canadian UU Women's Association. I use she and elle, and I live on land stolen from the Wolastoqiyik. Today, in my words, I celebrate the women who are change makers. We light this flame for the women who make change, for the first women who created the world and its beings, for the crones who guide us through the evolving present, for the mothers and aunties who care for new lives and old spirits, and for the girls and young women who invent different ways of being. We light this flame for the women whose love changes lives, whose courage dismantles obstacles seen and unseen, and whose compassion creates unimagined connections.
Thank you, Swain, and I'm a member of the board of the International Convocation of UU Women. We started as a first convocation back in Texas in 2009. And while we're still a pretty small membership-based organization, we're growing, and we'd love to have you join us. We have developed ties with UU groups in, as you've heard, in Canada, Hungary, Transylvania, the Kashi Hills in Northeast India, the Philippines, and other communities in Bolivia and Kenya. We've raised funds for the UUFP and donations for various projects to enhance women's empowerment and UU in both UU and non-UU groups. We also have a website, which we hope you'll visit. Here's the front page of our website. And we have regular programs, including a Tuesday gathering every other Tuesday and a newsletter. So come check us out. Karen has some words about some of our stuff.
Hi, I'm Karen Korch. I live in Illinois on the land
stolen from Potawatomi tribe, among other indigenous peoples. And I am the president of the board of ICUUW. I'd like to talk about our work with the UN. We're in consultative status with the United Nations Economic and Social Council. And so we work with civil society in furthering the goals of the UN. And civil society groups have been recognized since 1945. Today, there are over 6,000 NGOs recognized as being in consultative status with the UN. And our activities are relevant to the work of ECOSOC, as it's abbreviated. So I will be leaving tomorrow to go to New York to attend the 68th Annual Commission on the Status of Women, which is running from the 11th to the 22nd of March, both in New York City and online. There are a lot of good CSW programs online that everybody can watch and learn. So I hope that many of you will take advantage of that. So our delegation will attend events in New York and host 2 virtual parallel events, which, like I said, everybody can participate in. We have sent out and advertised on Facebook that we will be having these 2 events on March 12th. Solar Lights, the Path Out of Poverty. And on March 18th, Financial Education to Fight Poverty from Africa and Elsewhere. And here at the bottom is the address of our website, or you can look for us on Facebook and register for those programs.
Thanks, Karen. Another thing that we're doing, which is we have a on-demand video program that we'll be putting up for the annual GA this year. Our focus is on the Stories Unite, Stories Ignite, and our program is going to highlight several UU women who we work with, including a Rwandan woman who has recently resettled in Nova Scotia with her family, and a Kashi activist who's providing education both about domestic violence and reproductive health to Kashi communities in Northeast India. We also have a big event coming up, which Karen's going to tell you a little bit about.
Yes, our convocation in Transylvania is coming up in September the 5th through the 8th. And we'd like as many people to be able to participate as possible. We are offering some scholarships for people with financial hardship. And there's also a pre-tour offered, and maybe even a post-tour if the pre-tour fills up. So if people are interested in coming to Transylvania and meeting people from the Hungarian Unitarian Church and meeting other members of our organization from all over the world, please look at our website and sign up. Thank you.
Thank you.
So here's more information on this slide. So it's a partnership between us and the Women's Organization of the Hungarian Unitarian Church. So the two groups have been putting the programs together, and the theme, Weaving a Tapestry of Peace and New Perspectives. And like I said, you can register on the website. So please check it out.
Great. Great. Thanks. Okay. Yeah.
Today, everyone's eyes are on us as we rise in this hour. It is our duty to find the brave beauty in rooting for other women, so they too know we are not victims. We are victors, the greatest predictors of progress. We press for change. A new dawn drawn into the open by women whose silence is broken. We push on and act on our responsibility to bring visibility to the most vulnerable, to bring freedom to those who didn't have a choice, to bring volume to those who are using their voice. We clear a woman's way. We don't fear the day she steps into the light because we are with her every step of the fight. It is her strength, her story, and her spirit which inspires other vital voices to speak up when they hear it. So let it be said that light will be shed when our world is led by leaders ahead of the headlines, the voices who were first on the front line, these women who stand up, knowing the wind not by where it is, but where it is blowing, leading not from where the world is, but where change is going. We all leap forward when one woman tries, who she defies with her rallying cries. Here lies, but does not rest, the best of tested women who call us all to rise. Speaking the truth in this finest hour, that to their own power, every single woman is entitled. But it's how we empower others that makes women's voices so vital.
Hello, everyone, and thank you to the UUWF as well as the ICUUW for your invitation to be part of this event. Specifically, thank you, Antoinette, and always to Emma's Revolution for bringing the musical truth in every situation. I appreciate you, and I will see you soon. Finally, I want to thank Miss Gorman for writing this poem and for the organizers of this event for giving me the opportunity to visit with it more closely. This is the second time her work has inspired a song in me, and I appreciate that chance to collaborate in a sense. It's about time we have a choice. It's about time you hear our voices ringing out. We're singing out loud as we rise up. Oh, we've had enough of sitting so silent, so we rise up, soaring above the noise and the violence. It's about time we have a choice. It's about time you hear our voices ringing out. We're singing out loud as we rise up. Oh, into our own and into our power as we rise up. Sisters, this is our moment. This is our hour. It's about time we have a choice. It's about time you hear our voices ringing out. We're singing out proud as we rise up, as we rise up.
Hello, everyone. My name's Renee Hills, and I'm coming to you from the lands of the Turrbal and Yagara people, place we call Brisbane in Australia. I'm going to read a prayer that I wrote for a collection of prayers and meditations that was composed by the Transylvanian or the Unitarian women of Transylvania to commemorate, I think it was 450 years of existence of the Unitarian Church there, and this was put together in 2018. Music of life, singer of earth, hear us now as we give birth to a song of grief and mirth. Lament for loss of giving essence, to patriarchy, discord, shame so senseless. Yet rhythmic joy follows the insistent call to harmony, healing strength encircling all. May we roar with the infinite song of hope and love, chorus of ancient mothers, unborn daughters, singing together a new earth order. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that beautiful music. And Buluminaka, everyone. My name is Sala Tisongo, and I'm the Director of Advocacy in Global Displacement at the Unitarian Universalist Service Committee. Thank you so much to the organizers for inviting me to this space and for allowing me to bring our partners' voices from around the world to describe our program overview. I'm calling today from the land of Pawtucket Indians here in the town of Uxbridge in Massachusetts. I'm so delighted to be spending this evening with you all on the dawn of International Women's Day. UUSC's work is rooted in our partnerships with communities around the world who are experiencing and fighting against systemic oppression in various forms. Our programmatic work focuses on a few key areas, including addressing the systemic roots of oppression that force communities to be forcibly displaced from their homes. And so working on the issues of migration and displacement and the climate crisis, helping communities to continue to stay in the places that they call home, and helping them in their journey, in their migration journey, when they're forced to leave their homes. We also help communities who are facing conflict and violence to seek international justice and accountability using our status at the United Nations. We also have ECOSOC status. We directly engage with the US government to help our communities bring their voices to the US government to help them address policies that are causing harm to the communities that we work in. UUSC works in a few key regions in the Pacific Islands. I'm so happy to see Pacific Island neighbors here from Australia. We work in over 30 countries in the Pacific Islands who are experiencing forced displacement due to sea level rise, food and water insecurity, land grabs, land exploitation, land deterioration and degradation. We also work in Asia, particularly in Burma and the neighboring countries, to help fight against the militarization and the genocide of Rohingya ethnic minorities, Rohingya and other religious and ethnic minorities in that country. And we're also working in Haiti to help Haitians advance their sovereignty and to take democracy, Haiti's democracy, back in their own hands. And also in Ukraine, where we're helping families, particularly women, children, people of color, and people of diverse gender orientations, to seek safety, to be able to access the resources they need to continue to survive. And then we also have a program in an emerging program in the Mesoamerica and Caribbean region, where we're really helping communities who are facing intersecting issues of displacement, including climate change, conflict, human trafficking, land grabs, and so forth, to remain in their homes, but also to seek safety and dignified migration to the countries that they wish to migrate to. Our work is deeply rooted in feminist principles. And that means that we address not only the current harms that our partners are facing, but also recognizing historical harms that have been perpetuated over the years that have affected these communities and will continue to affect them in the future. It also recognizes the importance of centering women's voices in decision-making, fighting against patriarchy in every space, and recognizing it. That's always a key thing to be aware of, the power dynamics that exist in both institutions, but also in civil society at large, and really seeking transformative change. The impact of our work spans years. decades, several decades. UUSC is 85 years old this year. It's wonderful to look back and to see the wonderful things, but also the things that are yet to be done. UUSC does our work through flexible grant making. We provide flexible grants, multiple year grants to communities on the ground. We are doing strategic advocacy with our partners at the United Nations, and also targeting specifically the US government. And we're building our corporate accountability toolbox to recognize the role of the private sector in perpetuating some of the historical harms, but also continue to exploit communities that are already at risk. And we are helping to, through the College of Social Justice, really mobilize our supporters, Unitarian Universalists, to be really in solidarity with our partners and communities. In preparation for this event, I asked our partners, most of whom are led by women, in our communities that we work with, about what message they'd like me to share as I present our work. And there was one message that came from Papua New Guinea about the importance of sisterhood. She said it in her native tongue, but I will do my best to translate. They wanted to share the women of the Carteret Islands, who are considered as one of the first climate refugees, and who have started relocation back in the 90s due to sea level rise. She expressed that she has 17 grandchildren, all of whom are girls. And she wants to leave them in a world that is healed, that is empowered, and that recognizes the voices and the beauty and the joy of Papua New Guinean girls. And so I just want to celebrate that and share that beautiful message all the way from Papua New Guinea. Nakawakalibu.
What an absolutely beautiful message from Papua New Guinea. Thank you so much for bringing those words. And now we can see and feel those 17, did you say? Granddaughters? How amazing. You also can sing this song with us. Pat will sing a line and you can sing it right back in harmony or in unison. And that's the message. You know, let's make a world where we are in harmony. We really can do it.
This is with an eye to the mother of us all, the earth, who reminds us that wherever we come from, we are one. Smiling face, outstretched hand, through dispute, small and grand, we will lay down our guns. We are one. In the rage, through the war, we have shared pain before. In our grief, when it's done, we are one. We are one. Where the earth touches sky, we are born, we'll die. Where the clear waters run, we are one. We are one. When the love sad,
over sad,
when each day has begun, we are one. When the rock wears away, and the tide rolls and sways by the moon, by the sun, we are one. We are one. Where the earth touches sky, we are born, we'll die. Where the clear waters run, we are one. We are one. In the soft of the night, we are learning not to fight. In our heart, in the drum, we are one. In the birth of a child, through the fears and the miles, in our children, each one, we are one. We are one. Where the earth touches sky, we are born, we'll die. Where the clear waters run, we are one. We are one. In our children, each one, we are one. We are one.
Ah. Ah. What a delight it has been to be with all of you today, to share in this celebration of women across the world as we learn and grow together. My only things are to say thank you for being with us. Thank you for supporting both the Women's Federation and the International Women's Convocation. I will drop those links into the chat so you can learn more about both of our organizations, because the work we're doing on the ground at home and international is incredibly important. Thank you so much to all of our guest speakers, as well as our featured musicians. We cannot do things like this without all of you. And so this is Women's Federation extending a hand, International Convocation extending a hand to do the work together, because it is so important to continue to be in community with all of you.
I am so honored and moved to have been able to join my sisters and siblings around the world who are so invested, who have invested so much energy in putting this together, first of all, in celebrating women, in advocating for women, in supporting women in everything that they do. So now, as we extinguish our imaginary or virtual or real chalices, I'd like to celebrate these women. As we extinguish the flame of this chalice, we remember the women who left a legacy of change. We honor the women who inspire us to create change. We carry the spirit of the women who came before us and are carried by the women whose love lifts us. We are connected to the first women and to the generations to come. We extinguish the flame of this gathering and carry on in courage and compassion.
Thank you again for such a lovely evening and for being with us today. And so we'll just play one more song as we all flutter away to whatever our next plans are. Thank you so much for the convocation. Thank you so much from Women's Federation. Everyone have a great evening.
There is always a light. When you're ready to see it, there is always a light. When we're ready to be it, to see the light, to be the light, to raise our eyes in the dark of night, to climb this hill, together we will.